Hello, Brother Smith. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is a good morning here, this side, and I've decided to record this video so that I can bring you up to speed on what is really happening on the ground. So first, I want to appreciate and thank you so much for having walked with me along this path. At least you've been there for me when I'm struggling with the project, when I don't have what to feed our kids. Sometimes when we need some learning materials, whenever I could run to you, you always come through in a very big way, and I really want to appreciate you for that. And as I made it known to you earlier, that initially when I started this school in 2023, the idea was to provide full sponsorship to children, especially those from vulnerable families. And I was able to do that for the first 1 year, the whole of 2023. Things ran out very well, thanks to the help of our donor, who was called Hiram. Now, when we lost Hiram and his support entirely, the project started to tumble. We started facing very many challenges. Paying teacher salaries became a problem, and I remember there's a day some teachers even came to my house. They carried everything just to go and pay themselves. They took my electronics in the house. They took my cooking stuff, the utensils, almost everything. But I still could not give up. I didn't blame them. I didn't take any legal action against them, because in as much as, yes, I had not paid them, and I also understood why I did or I was not able to pay them. Though for them, they didn't understand what I was going through at that particular time. So that's just one of the challenges that I've been going through. Sometimes you go hungry just to sacrifice and make sure that at least the school is able to run. But now I've been thinking, since I cannot just rely on you alone. As we speak now, I don't have any support. I've tried to reach out to local businesses. I've tried to reach out to other friends outside Africa, but there's always been a general response that things are not easy for everyone. Trump issue, Trump factor, people are saying he has made it life very difficult. Even those who used to support, some of them stopped because they were like, the life has generally gone up very expensive in their side also, which I understood very well. Now I've been thinking of, currently we have 200 children learning with us, and just to imagine that I'm going to this, or get the school closed, it really breaks me, because most of those kids, I understand their family backgrounds. Actually, some I took them from just roaming along street. Yes, they have families, but they were not going to school. So I approached the parents, I talked to them, I told them, you bring your children to school, we shall be able to support them. But now it has come to a point where the thing is personally stressful. It really drains me a lot, and all my effort to get support, to get donors, has been in vain. And as we speak now, you are the only friend who is still standing with me, and that's why I usually appreciate very much whenever you come through to support. So I've been thinking of not really giving up. I don't know which term I can use to describe this, but something tells me I should just let the school go. We start in the smallest way possible, because I still have the non-profit organization. That one is there. So maybe we can consider supporting children at in their respective schools. Maybe we send them to the nearby schools, then we continue supporting them from there. That is my idea. Other than having them in our own compound, which I have to pay lease, I pay around 1,000, yeah, something close to $1,000 for a whole year, and I pay teachers. In fact, I spend almost again something close to $1,000 just to pay teachers every month. So, and that whole money is not there. So I even try to introduce some small token that those kids should start paying, but it is becoming even more difficult because those parents, they literally survive. They have nothing. The best they can do is maybe to get something or a meal, to provide a meal, one meal a day to sustain their families. So I try to introduce maybe some small school fees that they be paying in order to sustain the program. But ideally, what I've seen on the ground, it is not working. So I'm thinking of we take come next, because now we are starting a term this coming Monday. We are starting a new academic calendar term, which will run up to December for some around 2 or 3 months. Then it ends. So I'm thinking of maybe come next year we send these kids to various neighboring schools, especially those government schools. They are a bit cheap. We take them to the government schools, and we be providing the basics like uniform, school uniform. We can buy them learning materials, but when they are in those respective schools, whereby we are not going to pay rent or the lease, we shall not be paying teachers. So ours is just to take care of the children. Now I'm sharing this with you so that you understand. You have been part of this journey from very long time, for a very long time, and I feel it is very important that I share with you and also get your view of what you think we can do together, in order for us to not let the kids' dreams shatter, but still give them an opportunity to be in school, in as much as they may not be in our own school. That is one. Now, the second thing I've been considering, because Kenya and Uganda is our neighbor country. We are within the East Africa region. I've been doing a lot of research about the Uganda, the environment, and I've come to realize that the needs that side and the needs we have here is no difference. They are the same. And when you compare the environment in Uganda and the one we have here in Kenya, the Ugandan environment supports such initiatives more than Kenya. First, it is very cheap to acquire a piece of land in Uganda as compared to this side. Secondly, even setting up a small center or setup that looks like a school where we can start, which is basically what we lacked this side of Kenya. Remember the place I'm operating on? I obtained it on lease. So I just got a structure that is already constructed and we started from there. But I'm looking at a scenario whereby if we can shift to the neighboring, because it is not far from where I am, we just some few miles and we cross the border. And apparently I have a dual citizenship for both Kenya and Uganda, so that will allow me to operate well across both two countries. So it's also another thing that I'm I wanted to share with you and see which one works best for us, because I don't just want to let this thing go. I'm still too young to say that I have accomplished. The mission is still there, and it burns inside me, and it pains me a lot to imagine that we can just let this go. So I still don't think it's a good idea to let it go, but rather we can come up with some alternative ways of maneuvering through until that time when everything shall be okay, or rather when God will have provided us with funding, some strong donors, so that we can build a more sustainable project that can sustain itself by generating income for itself. So I wanted to just share with you those two ideas. One is that if we can close up the school and then we send those kids to the nearby government schools so that they can be taking their classes from there, and we support them materially. We pay their small fee that the government schools charge. And the second one was about relocating to Uganda so that we can start our small establishment there. I've done some research, and a small sizable piece of land in Uganda, you can acquire it for as low as at around around 2000. Yeah, even as low as 2000 US dollars can acquire you a very big piece of land. So those are things that we hope and pray for in future. If God opens doors, we can be able to do them. But even before we get to that, I think there are these minor ones that we can do. If we all agree that maybe relocating to Uganda is also an option that we can go for, then I can start registering our NGO, the other side, the non-profit. I can go and get it registered in Uganda, because I like doing things legal way. So I first go and get it registered, and then I think we can also try the new environment and see how things can take us. So this is kind of a long video, but please, when you get time, when you have some free time, when you are off work, or maybe you are chilling somewhere, take your time and try to listen to it. Then I'll be looking forward for your response. Thank you.